for all the single mums out there to be warned, Dawah men and their sickening ideologies.
These Dawah guys.
The reason why these Dawah bros...
These Dawah guys.
There has been yet another incident of a Dawah figure.
These Dawah guys.
Let me share with you guys why do I have a deep problem with the Dawah boys on social media.
The main goal of a mentor is to pass on the energy of a win. Those chosen by a mentor have the capability to harness this energy. Rilla, power for your greatest fight.
For all the single mums out there to be warned, Dawah men and their sickening ideologies.
These Dawah guys.
The reason why these Dawah bros...
These Dawah guys.
There has been yet another incident of a Dawah figure.
These Dawah guys.
Let me share with you guys why do I have a deep problem with the Dawah boys on social media.
Yes, us Dawah guys, we're really evil. Manipulative, narcissistic, gaslighting. We're just innately evil. We prey on those that are vulnerable, especially our Muslim sisters. Yes, that's what we do. We come together collectively and we say, how can we take advantage of the most vulnerable in our community? Sisters, single mothers. I mean, brothers and sisters, before I get into the video of the whole situation with Zaid and our dear sister, I want to just talk about a few things. I really want to know where this phenomena is coming from. As if us Dawah guys are just perverted individuals who wake up in the morning, before we have breakfast, we focus and think and we have this big master plan of taking advantage of sisters. I mean, I'm just really curious, like, what is it that we have done that we've got this label? I mean, was I caught with prostitutes 3-4 days ago and it was exposed? Was Zakir Naik caught with a woman, A'udhu Billah? Was Mufti Menk sending nude pics? Was Muhammad Hijab caught in the red light district? What have we done? Ahmed Didat, the great giants of the Dawah. What have we done so much that this label of, oh, these Dawah guys, every single video, especially from sisters, for some odd reason, is these Dawah guys and these Dawah boys and these Dawah men and this. I mean, just imagine for a second, I started this video and I've got a lot of personal experiences when it comes to single mothers from my personal life when I was looking to get married. Yes, I've had majority has been very good. And there's been times where it's been bad. Imagine I start a video and I go, these single mother hijabis, or more specific, these single mother hijabi Eritreans or Pakistanis or Bengalis or Turkish or whatever you want to name it. Why would I generalize a big group of people to a couple of people that I had a bad experience with? Why? We really need to be careful. There's so much slander being out there and it's all coming down to like us. Now, just because someone does something, I mean, a couple of months ago, it was the whole sisters cannot wear the jacket because their shoulders show, something so ridiculous like that, okay? Now, what's that got to do with me? Why are we all in the same category? Something else happens, we're all labeled. So let's not generalize and fear Allah. Allah tells us in the Quran to speak the truth even if it's yourself or your kin. Or your kin. Brothers and sisters, when I came to Islam, wallahi, I got kicked out. I was called ISIS. I was called a terrorist. I was away from my house for 3 months. Okay, I was kicked out. Okay. And I was called everything. But to me, when I looked in the mirror, I had to be true to myself and say, Ali, am I going to turn my back on this religion because I'm under pressure or this, that, and I'm being called names? Never. Uqsum billah, never. I don't care if the entire globe came against me. I know Islam is the truth and I will stand by that, inshallah, till the day I die. I'm not going to be swayed. So my loyalty in this situation that I'm going to be talking about is not with anybody. Not with the sister, not with Zaid, not with Muhammad Hijab, not with Smart Jannah Zishan, not with Mufti Menk, nobody, not even myself. Uqsum billah, I swear upon the Rabb of the Kaaba, I am going to be just as much as I can. Okay, I'm not on nobody's side. One thing I want to mention is I have 3 daughters. I have a 7-year-old, I have a 3-year-old, and I have a 1-year-old. They are my daughters. And every father knows how they are close to their daughters. They are my life and they are a part of me. I would never, ever, ever, even if I did not have daughters before when I didn't, I would never, ever be biased or this misconception that has been spread about us around that we're misogynistic, we hate women. I wake up and I just look at my daughters and go, I hate you guys. I look at my wife and go, I hate you the most actually. And my mum, let's be just here. That's what I'm saying. Now, coming into this matter, when we're talking about vulnerability and single mothers. Now, I'm going to be very brutal and honest in this matter. And I've done this a long time ago. 9 to 10 years ago, me and Aki Ayman done a video about single mothers because he was married to a single mother. I had a show called The Reality Show. And the video is there, you can watch it for yourself. 9, 10 years ago, I was talking about this. I was doing PSAs 9, 10 years ago. How single mothers are looked down upon, especially in the Asian community. I've spoken about this in the Bitter Truth show as well. How they're looked down upon as if they are less worthy, they have nothing to offer, they are trash, they are used goods. I have spoken about this 9, 10 years ago. So nobody can dare to come and talk to me about, oh, this, that, or whatever. If there's anybody that can talk about this issue of vulnerability of single mothers and speaking up for their rights, it has been me. And I don't want a cookie and a thank you very much. I don't need that. And I'm not doing this to boast. I spoke about that. Not only that, about 5, 6 years ago, there was somebody that I knew, I don't want to get into details, yes, who was doing things that was inappropriate, messaging sisters in inappropriate ways, calling them to inappropriate things. He was not necessarily in the Dawah scene. Still, I'd done a video called Warning Sisters Against Ali Dawah. Why? I made it clickbait. You guys know I'm a PhD in my clickbait. I done that and I made a thumbnail that made it look like I got caught out and some sisters exposing me. And alhamdulillah, there was a lot of sisters out there, obviously, they're waiting for this opportunity, by the way. We're going to talk about those sisters as well. And I've done this video. Why do you think I've done this video? I've done this video to warn sisters that whoever it is, that even if it's Ali Dawah, coming and approaching you, because I know sisters are hypergamous by nature. So when it comes to us, we have a great power in our hands. I have to be honest, as people in the public sphere, Dawah or not Dawah, you have a great power in your hands, because when sisters see you, sadly, they have this attitude of, oh my gosh, it's Ali Dawah, oh my gosh, it's this person. They have this. Sadly, we have this power and we need to be responsible with it. That's why I've done that video to tell sisters, my dear sisters, if it is me messaging you, whoever it is, if you see us cross the line, you put it on us and you warn us. And if you see us carrying on, you go public and expose us. If we are calling you to haram, if we are talking to you in an inappropriate way, because it is not permissible. Outright, I done that video. It was against you, myself and all the public figures, and it was a message to that brother who was acting up. May Allah forgive him. He's repented, changed his ways, no problem. But the point is what? It was a warning. So, and we spoke about this on the Bitter Truth as well. Single mothers being looked down upon, divorces being looked down upon. We talk about how they play the role of a mother and a father, and they should be looked after. And I've emphasized this so many times. That's my point. Now, when it comes to my personal experience, and I'm going to go to the whole Zayd issue in a minute, our brother Zayd and our dear sister, I personally, when I was looking to get married, I met multiple single mothers for marriage. And I was not married already. I was looking to get married as my first wife. And I was looking to get married, and I would meet single mothers who had 2 kids, a child, yes, some of them divorcee sisters. I had no issue with a sister. To me personally, it was like maximum 2 kids. It's personal preference for me. And I said, a sister with 2 kids, I have no problem. And believe me, when I went to these marriage meetings and I would meet them, I saw vulnerability. How? Number one, because I'm a public figure. Obviously, when they see me, oh my gosh, they see me on TV or YouTube, oh my gosh, it's Ali Dawah. You know, he chose, like, he wants to marry me. Like, wallahi, there was one sister, Allah is my witness. She made it seem as if I was doing her a favor. And I had to reiterate and repeat and say, my dear sister, look, I'm not here to do you a favor. I don't want you to feel, I don't know how certain community have made you feel. I'm not here to make you feel as if I'm doing you a favor because I am choosing to marry you and you've got kids. I'm not doing that. I'm not here to do that. Okay? I made that clear. But I noticed this vulnerable situation single mothers were in. And I'm not saying all of them are angel, by the way. I've had quite a few, 1 or 2, majority was good, 1 or 2 bad experiences. But the point is what? The vulnerability is there. Now, as men, we have a responsibility to know better. Brothers, I know of stories. And a sister came to me 3-4 months ago where she was married to somebody and he married her, and then after that, he just chucked her away. Like this. She spoke to me. I spoke to him personally. You know what I said to her? I said, go expose him. She didn't tell me who it was. I said, I don't care who it is. I don't even want to know. I don't want to know. Go expose him. Go expose him. Why? Did I say, no, shh, sister, don't tell anybody. Shh. No. Did he do that to you? Yes, I've heard your side. I don't know who he is. I can't even ask for his side. If he did that to you truly, and he's made you feel like this, go public. Not only that, I even said to her, let's do a video, I will interview you. Go public. Why? Is my loyalty with Dawah? Dawah, guys? I don't give a damn, man. I don't care who you are. My loyalty is Allah and His Messenger. So that is there. We as men need to know better. So, and I'm not saying, by the way, I know some stories of brothers who have married single mothers, and these single mothers have lied, and it's gone pear-shaped. So brothers, don't look at single mothers as like, oh, they are absolutely innocent. No, be careful, be wary. Single mothers, be wary of brothers. Brothers, let there be that thing there. No problem, we have to be cautious. You have to tie your camel. So, the point I'm saying is, there is vulnerability on that side. And one thing that I would say, which I do not agree with Sister Soul, I'm going to mention her. Yep, Sister Soul, you're watching this probably. May Allah bless and preserve you. One thing she would always say on the Bitter Truth Show is what? Healing. Accountability. I would just love it. When Sister Soul would say accountability and healing, may Allah bless her with an Algerian French accent. Accountability and healing. Accountability and healing. If my dear sisters, if you guys do not go through the process of healing and accountability, and because you need to look at you isn't like this whole phenomenon as well of your ex-husbands are all narcissists and manipulators, all of them, subhanAllah. When I speak to majority of single mothers who come to me, for some odd reason, all of their ex-husbands are like that. Sometimes there has to be accountability. There has to be healing. Once you do the healing, then you can get out the zone of thinking, oh my gosh, I'm less worthy. No, you're not. You're a Muslim woman. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has honored you. Allah has honored you, and you should not settle, but you should also be realistic on your expectations as well. This goes both ways. Now, coming to this issue, Brother Zayd's situation and our dear sister. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless and preserve them both. May Allah protect and preserve their honor, both of them. It is the duty of a Muslim to defend the honor of where it is. And if they are wrong, it's to call them to account. And this is what we do. If somebody crosses the boundaries of the Sharia, we will call them out. And if they don't, we will defend them till the death of us. I don't care who it is. Sister, single mother, brother, I don't care who it is. We will defend their honor. In this situation, I heard these stories, things going on, etc. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on. Okay, I heard this happened, that happened. At one moment, I started to think, subhanAllah, like something really bad happened. Like really, really bad. Like I thought, like, man, this like committing zina. Was he calling the sister to hotels? Was he? I just didn't know what was going on, because the situation was, because like I was just seeing this video here, these Dawah guys. I was like, Rahman, what came out? I don't know what came out. And after I watched the sister's video, I said, bro, I'll be honest with you, I don't blame the sister at all. For her to feel how she felt, I don't blame her. Like the words, the choice of words you used, the way you came across, bro. I understand. Look, I'm a man. I've been in this situation, bro. It was peak. When I was new to Islam and I was not married for 3 years, coming from a Jahiliyyah, looking to get married, and it's difficult to get married. It was peak. It was peak, bro. Believe me. I've been where you at. I understand. I hear you. But, bro, the way you approached it, the way you made her feel, yes, was wrong, and she deserves an apology. And Brother Zayd will do that apology, inshallah. However, there is context. Now, we need to look at things in context, because I was under the assumption that Brother Zayd proposed to her. Now, let's listen to the voice notes, because I listened to it a couple of times, and I noticed a specific pattern. Now, let's just listen to it ourselves, inshallah.
So obviously this is an amana between us and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but it's just a query, which is, long story short, due to my situation, I'm not married yet, by the way. I've never been married. However, as you can understand as a man, this is very difficult, especially in the time of fitna that we live in, especially considering my social media and the fitna of that. And obviously coming from a cultural family, as do a lot of people, the typical traditional marriage is very difficult sometimes to find that person. The families get together, there's a walima, blah blah blah. It's the woman's first time getting married, and the same for the man. Traditional marriage from two essentially virgins. But my question is, and query is, I was thinking that since I'm struggling to find the woman or a woman for marriage as a sort of first wife that I would call a traditional wife that my family meets, and they go over houses, and then there's in-laws and all this typical stuff. I was thinking, in the meantime, until I find that, because it's quite difficult to find what I'm looking for, what my family would be happy with, I was thinking to just marry someone else in the meantime. And the option that I was thinking of was someone like a single mother for the following reasons. One is that, she's been married before, she already has children, so her expectations of her husband might not necessarily be as much as a virgin woman. And two, I think she would probably understand my situation and, what I'm looking for. Does that make sense? And would probably be supportive of it, perhaps, or cooperative in it. And she probably wouldn't be as interested as, a virgin girl in getting to know the family and in-laws and all this stuff, because she's already been through it. She's got a kid, and she's just raising the kid, and she just wants a man there who, she can spend some quality time with every now and then, who can, they can protect each other, love each other, and protect each other from zina mainly, and look after each other. Essentially, marrying a woman, and basically not telling your family about it. Obviously, as a man, I'm allowed to do this. This is fine. I'm my own mahram, I'm my own man. But my simple question was, as a single mother yourself, in your humble opinion and experience, do you think this is a wise idea, or to marry, basically, for me to marry someone like a single mother, just so I can have someone there, protect myself, have that affection and love that every man needs, until not with the intention of divorce, of course not, but like as someone there until I find that traditional quote unquote wife that my family would know and all these things, whereas the family wouldn't know of this other sort of single mother wife. So what do you think, as someone who's raising a beautiful child as yourself, is this something that's how would you feel as a single mother about that? I'm not talking about you specifically, I mean just single mothers in general. If a man came with this idea to you, what would you think? Would you be cooperative? Would you be like, no, of course not? Would you understand the situation? Would you tell him no, just be patient even more and go find that first wife, traditional wife, blah blah blah? Or, what do you think? What would you advise? Just bearing in mind that I'm a man, I'm 27 now. Obviously, as you understand, that a man it's much more difficult for a man to maintain, and to control themselves from that aspect physiologically, 20 times more than a woman. So, it's getting very difficult at the moment. So please let me know, inshallah. May Allah bless you. And this is an amana between us.
So now, guys, if you've heard it, he's talking on the third person. Do you think he's basically, when I listened to it, I was like, hold on a second, you didn't propose to her. I said, then where's this rumor going around as if you proposed to her? He's like, well, no, I didn't. This is what happened. A sister, after Zayd done Hajj, a sister who's a single mother proposed to Zayd for marriage. And he was considering this. And I'll have the receipts in front of you. There you guys. Okay. All right. And I'm just giving context, by the way. Before guys are like, oh, here we go, he's defending. I'm not defending no one. I'm bringing context because there are people accusing Zayd of calling her to Muta zina marriage. A'udhu billah. Let's be just. Let's be just here. What he did and how he done it was wrong, and he should apologize for making that sister feel like that. However, Zayd has approached this sister. I don't know this sister's name. May Allah bless and preserve her. And he's asking her for a nasiyah. And he's saying this is an amana. So he's come to her, which is the most naive, awkwardly naive thing I've ever seen in my life. I told you, it's so awkwardly naive, bro. And then he's messaging her and saying, I am planning on the thing, traditional wife, till then, etc. But one thing you notice, he does not say, I want to marry this sister, not her. He's asking for nasiyah on behalf of the other sister that proposed to him. So he's saying, do you think it's the right thing to do? So now the sister has a right to be offended in the message and tell him, brother, and give him nasiyah. Put him in his place, stick it on him, no problem. The brother has come to you, my dear sister, which I believe this is a mistake you made, as it was an amana. Now you broke that amana, no problem. I'm not going to come and say to you, it was wrong. However, my dear sister, he's come to you, asking you, and I know you feel offended on behalf of other sisters of single mothers because of his conditions or whatever for that matter, yeah? But he does not say he wants to temporarily marry. He's saying he wants to find the second wife first, which is going to be his first wife, then become his second wife, okay? And then he's going to stay married to her, etc. Okay, now, looking at this is called misyar marriage. What is misyar marriage? Misyar marriage is at the discretion of the woman. So the woman has the right to say, I forgo my rights. I choose to. She can say by night, financially, whatever. It's at her discretion. She can let go of her rights. Now, this is not for every sister, and sis can feel offended. That's fine and good. But a sister who doesn't mind being in that situation, for the sister who proposed to him, etc., you cannot blame her and make her feel like she is, not getting her worth, or whatever that for that matter. It is between two adults. If they want to do that, that's at their discretion. But if we're looking at the thing, there was nothing haram done. Please bring me evidence from the Quran and Sunnah if the proposal was haram. Was it offensive? Yes. Was it made to seem like she is less worthy? Yes. But the amana was there. And I want to put you guys and put yourself in this situation. If a sister messaged me as a married man and said, Brother Ali, there is, for example, asking me for nasiyah. I want to ask you for some nasiyah. Please, it's an amana between us and you. No problem, sister. What's the question? There is a brother. I'm in a financial difficult situation. I've got 2 kids and I don't really like him. It's not my liking, but I fear zina for myself, and financially he's a rich guy. I don't, financially I'm in a good place. I want to marry him. Now, in this situation, you would see that she's basically kind of taking opportunity of him. He's kind of in a vulnerable situation. She wants to marry him. Now, I would personally say, my dear sister, if you don't have attraction to him, if you don't like him like that, I wouldn't advise you to do that. However, I would feel offended. I would like, the fact that you want to marry him for his, money, and, you want to protect yourself from zina, okay, it's an honorable thing, I understand. I would be a bit tasteful. Now, imagine if I broke the amana and I went public. I just want you guys to understand, I'm not blaming the sister, but just put yourself in the shoe. If I went to public and I exposed and smashed and I said, this sister just messaged me, I'm warning everyone against these kind of sisters who are using men as a cash machine, gold diggers, what would you sisters say? Would you sisters not come to me and say, oh my gosh, she messaged you privately. It was an amana. Yes, maybe what she done was wrong. Wanting to marry the guy for gold digging or whatever, to protect herself from zina or whatever, that's not necessarily wrong. But you did not have to go public. Why are you putting her on blast for? She was in a vulnerable state. You will do everything in your power to defend that sister. Yes? And I would say, you know what? That's valid. Now, how has Zayd become a predator? I really want to understand. He's coming there naively and telling you the blueprint of what he thinks is good to do. And he's coming to you as a single mother out of everybody for that matter. Because you're a single mother, you're going to feel more offended. And he's telling you, shall I do this? My dear sister, all you had to do was tell him and put him in his place and say, what you're doing is wrong. You shouldn't do it. Single mothers are etc. Give him the seat and pack him and do a general video. And if you did a video generally, without mentioning his name, I would have shared that video, no problem. Because I know there are men out there who take advantage of vulnerable sisters. I do. But the point is what? The point is that people are now turning this into a muta marriage, zina, he's this, he should be warned, dawah guys, all of them. A'udhu billah. This is disgusting. Don't generalize everyone. Do not generalize everyone. My matter in this is that Brother Zayd should apologize for making the sister feel in that way, less worthy, that, whatever it's for that matter. No problem. The sister felt offended. No problem. However, misyar marriage is totally valid. And it is at the discretion of a woman. And let me tell you, my dear sisters, a hint why men are going down this route of having secret second wives, which we've done a whole show about. And people think I just done it for the sake of it. Because of their first wives. Blunt to the point, and I've said this before. Because of the pressure of the first wife, because we as men are polygamists by nature, I do not care how much you hate that. I do not care how much you're going to attack me. I will speak the truth. I do not need your thank you. I do not need your applause. I don't care about you talking bad about it. I don't care. As long as it's the haqq. Muslim men are polygamists by nature. And I know so many who are getting secret second wives. Why? Because their first wife will destroy. And let me tell you something, in most scenarios, does the first wife come and say, this is a single mother, vulnerable, look after her? No, it is those women, single, the first wives who are saying, I don't care, to hell with her, hope she dies. Wallahi, they destroy these marriages. You know who it is? It is the first wives destroying it. Even if they marry somebody who's not a single mother. Even if brothers wanted to do something good, and let me be honest with you, and I tell this to the brothers, do not oppress a single mother or any woman because you fear your first wife. Do not. Give them their rights. Give them their due rights. Look after them. You have to marry them. Even if it's misyad, you've seen them, you've agreed to 2 days, 3 days, whatever for that matter, you have to love them. You have to treat them there like your wife, not like some side chick. Islam has come to protect, polygamy has come to defend the right of the woman. You look after her, you cherish her, you take care of her, you treat their kids as much as like your kids to the best of your ability. I'm not saying you must love them like their own father loves them, no. But do not, at the cost of your first wife, fearing your first wife, that you now oppress. And my dear sisters, I've said this before and I'll finish on this note. Ask for a decent mahr and have a proper guardian that cares about you. Not some next waste man who's just going to be there and be like, yeah, go get... No, have a proper guardian and ask for a decent mahr. These are the two things that will protect you against men who are preying on vulnerable women. And my brothers, do not look at every woman, single mother or not, and see as if they are just, miskin. Trust me, I know some horror stories, so be careful yourselves as well. I'm not going to make this about, all sisters are vulnerable. No, they are not. Oh, believe me, they are not. And that's all I want to say. Anything I said bad is from shaitan and myself. Anything good is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hope this has clarified it. And Zayd, inshallah, will come out with an apology, which he rightly should do so. And I will leave this matter. Hopefully I haven't forgot about anything, etc. Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.